Another day, another thought. Welcome on to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Hope everyone is doing well. As you guys know, I'm RJ here together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
I'm doing well.
All right. Hey, thanks for everyone that's watching this pre-recorded live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. We have a good one for you today, so we hope you enjoy today's show.
Yeah, guys, before we continue, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below, just hit it. Like the show if you're watching this for the first time, watching the Double Thought Show for the first time, or if you're a recurring visitor of our channel and our clips, please like this as well, as you always do. It really helps us get our videos out there to more people as we are trying to spread the word.
Yes, the gospel.
Yes, sir. And remember, guys, of course, to follow us on our socials: Instagram, Facebook, at Double Thought Show. That's where you can find the latest. We inform you guys when we're going to drop the live show, what the topics are. You get like a short preview, so you know whether you have to tune in and whether when you need to tune in. Exactly.
Not whether, but when.
Yes, when. You didn't hear the weather. Guys, also, what we also see is that 95% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So we would like you to be a part of the Double Thinkers community. So if you're interested in updates, commentary on this topic or other related topics, please press on that subscribe button. RJ, we're trying to reach a goal, right?
Yes, guys, we're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of June of this year. We're working pretty hard. As we always say, this is a side project for both KR and myself. Despite both of us having a very busy schedule, we still make time for this and we post consistently. If you don't believe us, go check out our channel, go check out our catalog. The work speaks for itself. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do, and we need at least 1,000 subs to get monetized. Thereby, and by being monetized, we can start putting or direct more resources toward the growth of this channel. So if you like the content and you want to grow with us, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, because we are still relatively small, we still can read all the messages and all the comments. So that's why it's important to comment and let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our points or our arguments, and let us
Oh, for
know as
sure.
well whether you want what topics you want us to talk about in the future. Yes, KR. Back to you.
Also, don't forget, once you press on that subscribe button, press also on the notification bell so you're notified every time we post a new video.
Yes.
And last but not least, share the video with your friends, families, any owner of the NFL franchises, any NFL GM or coach, head coach. Or you can distract your enemies with a double thought show video so you can strike them out. But we don't condone violence over here, so that's why I'm just gonna share the disclaimer.
Yes. We are a channel of love,
Brother
guys.
love.
Before, what did you say?
I said brother love.
Brotherly.
Is brother love is Diddy, right?
Oh, brother love is Diddy, but we're not a brother love channel. There's no dancing
Oh
on this
no no
channel.
no no no.
We don't dance on this channel. Before we proceed with the show, we're gonna share the usual disclaimer. As you guys know, the views and opinions expressed in the videos, articles, and documents we show on our channel do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and opinions of the Double Thought Show, KR, nor myself. All topics we discuss for entertainment purposes only. Remember that viewer discretion is advised and all commentary is alleged because here on the Double Thought Show, we don't know anything. We
Mutombo.
humble. That's a good one. We are not your gurus, guys. But if you do need a guru in your life,
Go watch our show we did before.
go watch the show about the gurus and think about it. But if you don't need a guru, but you do need assistance with certain aspects of your life, we strongly urge you to seek the assistance of the recognized professionals in the field in which you require assistance. Back to you, KR.
Yes, yes, yes. And assistance some people will need because they're getting set up by their, well, not like that, but the pockets clean. That's a different type of setup by their own gurus. But we're not one of those. We're not giving any advice. So keep that away from us. Don't expect any advice here. Guys, let's start with the show. As always, here at the Double Thought Show, we say, Hora do show! Hora do show, showtime. Yes, it's showtime. Let's talk about what we are going to focus on today. The theme of today is Commanders being sold for right about $6 billion after years of disaster. Is this going to break the downward spiral the team was in? Will it be give the team a new momentum, a new injection? If you guys know what I mean. Anyway, let's oh man, Jesus Christ. Why did I say that? Why did I thought that was a good idea? Anyway, let's
Well,
anything you want to add, RJ?
yeah. All I wanted to add was that the Commanders technically haven't been suffering for a while. It's Washington that's been suffering.
All these fans, they've been suffering. They were getting shit on by their own team. Guys, maybe it's gonna be better after this one. I heard. Let's start the show before. Let's start the show.
Where do we begin?
Where do we begin? So we will begin at the latest we got about this transaction. Dan Snyder agrees to sell the NFL's Commander for $6 billion. Harris Group has deal to buy the NFL team for a record $6 billion. The prospective ownership group includes Magic Johnson and Josh Harris. Dan Snyder, by The Athletic, Dan Snyder selling Commanders what Josh Harris, Magic Johnson groups brings to Washington. CNN also says the same deal closed on Thursday the 13th. Of course, New York Times. It's big news. It's a big news about this deal.
And it's for 6 billion.
With the
B.
booty shorts. B from booty shorts. Yes. 6 billion, RJ.
Yeah.
Do you think it's well, let me ask you this differently. So there was both both groups offered $6 billion. There were two groups that were basically wanted to buy the Commanders. One with Josh Mitchell and Magic, and you had another group. Both offered 6 billion. From what I heard, that's because then from sources that were floating around told the commissioner that he wanted six if they wanted to wanted him out of the NFL. Because I mean, Washington hasn't been the best front. You would expect the team that's in Washington, the capital, should be guns blazing, one of the best franchises, but it hasn't been for years.
No, no. Word on the street is that even the Commanders fans started a crowd fund to help
Get Dan out.
get Dan Snyder out.
Well, there's a
Joking.
lot of things, dude. There has been a lot of things being said about Dan the past 2 years. It's been going south for years now. I mean, we're gonna go through the list of things that went wrong, the dysfunction. I mean, the dysfunction really spun out of control the last 2 to 3 years. During the on-COVID time, it really spiraled out of control with allegations by former employees of the franchise, and also the IRS looking into certain things. But of course, I think we talked about this in a previous show. With all these allegations and this negative news, NFL franchise holders or owners didn't choose to vote him out. They are not like the NBA owners. Said no, they're like, we're not gonna set a precedent over here.
Yeah.
So I'll be the next one they vote out.
Because we're all alike. No, that's just kidding. Just kidding.
Guys, words by RJ are his words.
And jokes.
And joke.
Because here we make a lot of jokes. Don't
Yeah.
take us too serious, guys. We're just for entertainment. We're just here to provide entertainment and nothing more.
Well, Dan is out of the league, so I guess the owners got what they got without having to vote him out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But were the owners, the owners weren't having problems with Dan, right? Or were they?
Well, IRS was looking into certain things that were happening at let's call it stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
There was
So
money being moved around, money being held back, money off the books allegedly. There are a lot of alleged things happening that was being looked into by the IRS and the people in Washington.
and so the other owners were like, "Nah, man, you're the weakest link. You might be an informant.
It's a
So
trap!
we're not going to we don't want you here." But at the same time, they didn't vote him out. So
No,
but I
because
think that's what you said, not to create any precedent. That's the reason why.
yeah, because of course, if you start doing that, you're in a downward spiral. You can already see it in NBA where basically after the what's the well
Donald Sterling.
yes, I mean, can you imagine this? This is how coincidentally Donald Sterling spun out of control, talking crazy about Magic, and now Magic is in this story. with someone who's also being uh, they would rather see Dan leave than stay. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
life can be very interesting. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
they basically, yeah, he probably, so the word on the streets is that he told the commissioner that he wanted 6 billion, and both groups that wanted to take over the franchise offered 6 billion to, and I think that might have been true. That might have been true because otherwise one would have offered more than the other. They wouldn't be exactly that amount, both of them.
Yeah.
And to think about it, so if you look at 6 billion, it's just below 6 billion. That's what rap sheet said.
Mhm.
We are talking about just about 6 billion, but the valuation of the franchise is 5.6. They were purchased in 1999. They have, well, back then he paid 750 million, about 800, you can say, for the franchise. Back then it was also the highest someone ever paid for a franchise.
Okay.
He was also the youngest to ever buy a franchise. He bought it off the money he got when, 1999, internet boom. He converted that money real quick to a franchise.
Mhm, mhm. Which was, so in hindsight, has proven to be a good investment in itself.
Yeah, I mean, if you're turning 750 to 6 billion over round about, what is it? We're now 24 years.
20, 23, 24 years. Yeah, 24 years.
24 years. That's not a bad deal. I know people who can even flip €5 or dollars to 10.
Yeah.
They got 10x their money. Let alone what he did right here. He almost 10x'd it, but
Almost. Yeah.
almost. But I mean, it's a good deal for him. Good deal. Good deal for everyone in this case. Everyone is happy. The NFL is happy. The NFL with, I mean, the league is happy. Maybe the new owners will give it, like I said, a brand new injection of energy, and they and the fans, the supporters are happy as well. They will not be shitted on or showered with all kinds of sewer water. They will see good games and then gets his 6 billion. RJ, anything you want to add?
No, not really. We can, well, this is what I want to add. Well, okay. So the fact that Michael, Michael,
Magic?
Magic Johnson is purchasing the team is a good sign, or should be a good sign for the Commanders fan base, because Magic Johnson, first of all, is a recognized businessman. If you listen to his story, and he has told this on many podcasts, he learned a lot of his, or he received a lot of his business knowledge and skills from the late Dr. Buss, owners of the Lakers, who was in itself also a recognized successful businessman. He talked about in the beginning how he went to the team,
Uh,
and they started talking to each other, and his teammates, so the players didn't like the fact that he was connecting with Dr. Bus, and the other NBA owners weren't happy that Dr. Bus was connecting and talking so much to Magic Johnson. And but they had and they their relationship lasted until the passing of Dr. Bus. But basically, he tells a story of how Dr. Bus gave him a lot of knowledge, dropped a lot of knowledge
Gems.
gems that he is still using today. He also had a story, but I don't recall that story. That's from a different person who also played a role, who invested, I believe, in apartment complexes. But if you listen to Magic Johnson's interviews on various podcasts where he discusses business, man, oh man, I'm telling you, you learn a lot. And one of the things he says is that a lot of people approach him because with deals, right? Hey, Magic, what's up, man? What's up, brother? Let's do some deals. Let's make some deals. I have a good plan. And he's saying, if I'm here and you're here, then we cannot do business together. If I'm here, the business you're trying to offer, so the project or the proposal you're bringing me needs to be here, because I'm trying to
For those listening,
go
he's
up
for those listening. When RG is saying here, it's
higher.
lower and higher.
Yeah. So he's saying, yeah. So he's saying, if I am, so I was just repeating more or less what he literally said.
Yeah.
But indeed, what he said was, okay, if I am at a particular level, your business proposal or potential business project or investment that you want me to take part of needs to be not equal to where I am, but needs to be higher, because I'm trying to stretch, I'm trying to grow. And for a business to think, for a NBA player, and this was an NBA player of the past, they weren't getting the money they're getting today. For him to not go broke, because that's also the fate of a lot of players, right? They go broke after the NBA. For him to not only go broke, but to grow as much to becoming a millionaire, and after that even a a billionaire, and now to buy an NFL team, and an NFL team is better investment wise, or it seems to be better investment wise than an NBA team. We looked at the numbers in the past show. The NBA is growing way harder. That says a lot about his intelligence,
NBA is
dedication.
growing. NFL, you mean? Oh,
I said the NFL is growing faster than the
oh,
NBA.
sorry, yeah, I missed that. Yeah.
So that goes to show that he is destined for a whole lot of greatness, but it's also a show of his passion, a show of his knowledge, a reflection of his intelligence and his business acumen. It cannot be denied. So the Commander fan base should be happy that he is part of the ownership group. It's not the main ownership group from what or the
Not the main
main
owner.
owner, from what I understand,
He's part
but
of it.
the fact that he's involved should definitely make the Commanders fan base excited for what's to come.
Magic's know what he's doing because I mean, he was part of the initial group that funded Starbucks, from what I understand, back in the days. I mean, I'm talking about in the early days. But he also has Magic Johnson Enterprises. And if you look, can you guys see it? So it says Magic Johnson Enterprises owned Magic Johnson theaters in 4 cities, 31 Burger Kings in the Southeast, 13 24-hour fitness health clubs. Over the years, Magic Johnson Enterprises has continually invested in ownership in many lucrative businesses such as LA Lakers, movie theaters, restaurants, including TGI Fridays, Sodexo, and Burger King. In March 2008, Johnson signed a multi-year marketing deal to help electronics retail Best Buy bolster its sales in the urban neighborhoods. In October 2010, Johnson sold his interest in 105 Starbucks licenses back to the company. 105. Uh, 2010. So that's basically at the height of Starbucks.
Yeah.
After making all those millions off of Starbucks itself.
He's a smart guy.
He's a smart guy. He also sold in the same year the 4% interest he had in LA Lakers for an estimated 27 million to Patrick Soon Xiong. He has done multiple deals. Let's see, we have here invested in 2001 the Canyon Johnson Urban Fund, an alliance with Canyon Capital. The alliance has financed 31 real estate developments in 13 states and the District of Columbia. The first Canyon Johnson Urban Fund struggled for 2 years to raise 300 million to invest in urban neighborhoods. The subsequent fund raised 600 million, while the third and the biggest fund was started in 2008, which drew 1 billion from pension funds and investors. The Canyon Johnson Fund was involved in the 100 million purchase of a 32-story former Transamerica Center complex in downtown LA that subsequently was renovated and sold for 205. So that's doubling up the money. Also pretty good. He has an eye for business. What else has he done after that? The fund also had a stake in Sunset Vine in Hollywood, which was built for 126 million and sold for it was built for 125 million and sold for 160. So I think you're right, RJ. The guy knows how to do business, and you're not getting a owner that's gonna sit back and try to finesse their own owners.
Yeah.
He's not gonna sit there and say to the fans,
I'm not gonna be here.
I'm not gonna be here. Do you remember this one? That one?
Yeah. Yeah.
When he was the GM. What was it? I think they fired him.
No, they didn't fire him. He stepped down
He
because
stepped down. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah.
because he was the GM for a while for the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers, but I forgot his name. The former agent of Kobe Bryant was also there, and Rob Pelinka was also there. And according to Michael, he was being backstabbed by Rob for his
Michael, you
position.
mean Magic?
Yeah, Magic. Yeah. So according to Magic was saying, but he said it a bit cryptically. So, but from what I understood, it seems like he was saying that Rob Pelinka was backstabbing him when he was GM of when he was the GM of the Lakers, partially because he was never there, because it's always so busy with work and thus traveling and doing a lot of things, not always present. Rob Pelinka apparently didn't like that, and he started doing
Stepping into
certain.
that void.
What did you say?
Stepping into that void, which
Well,
because he wasn't there.
he created that void first, and then he stepped in it. But it was a decision of Magic Johnson himself,
Yeah.
if I'm
Okay.
not
Okay.
mistaken.
Well, you will get someone who knows a big thing or two about businesses. And maybe, guys, I hope for the fans that this will not be, that these views are not part of the future of Commanders.
Sewage. That's how we celebrate. They don't do that down in the Carolinas. They don't fucking do it.
Guys, if you don't know, from what I understand, and if I'm gonna keep playing it, I think the first thing they say when it started dripping out of the sky, drip, 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 was supposedly it was sewage water. I'm not sure. They were saying sewage water.
But it seems clear.
Let me. Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's back to the. Well, let me go here. So let's see what they say in the beginning.
That's sewage.
Oh no!
Yes. So guys, these are. I mean, come on, man. You cannot treat your fans like this. And this was at the low point. I think this was like a year ago, right? If I'm not mistaken. Guys, let us know in the comments, when was this exactly? And this wasn't the only time, RJ.
It wasn't.
No. So, guys, if you're watching Double Touch Show for the first time, remember to subscribe, like the show, and press on the notification button so you always get the notification when we post. But yes, this wasn't the only time. Actually, there was an even worse moment. So what you just saw right there in the previous part is the in the stands, in the regular ticket stand. Imagine, RJ, you pay a lot of money to sit in a business suite. You're sitting there, and out of nowhere,
Oh,
This is our seat at fucking FedEx Field Stadium. Shit falling the fuck apart.
oh man.
it's crazy. But was that
Everyone is
water? That was water, right?
I hope it was. I hope
Well,
it.
they
Everyone is
say,
treated equally over here.
as within, so without. So maybe the stadium was reflecting their season or something. I don't know.
Well, it's been pouring from the eyes of the fans as well. But
Yeah.
not only the fans, even the former coaches kind of throw shots at the franchise. You had Mike McDaniel, currently head coach of the Dolphins, basically throwing shots. Let's take a look what he has to say about the franchise.
Wow, the organization's worth that.
He's responding to being the reports of the Washington Commanders being worth $6 billion. And then
That much?
he basically responds to that. I'm gonna play it twice.
And, I couldn't get free coffee? Wow, the organization's worth that much? And, I couldn't get free coffee?
Couldn't get free. You couldn't even get a free coffee. From word on the streets is if you are and guys, correct us if we're wrong. But we've heard, word on the streets, sources. I can find you the sources real quick. You can just Google them as well. But word on the street is allegedly players were paying for their own lunch, breakfast, dinner. Was it the Commanders where they also had to? No, it wasn't the Commanders, but they had to pay at least all those things. You couldn't even get a coffee for free.
So I'm gonna give you a salary, and you're gonna spend it at my facility where you need to
Of
train.
course. That's the hustle. Hey, you're lucky if the coffee isn't worth $30.
I think we call that a circular economy.
Oh man. I want to say something, but I cannot. If I say something,
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
yes. So basically, what you have is that there have been a lot of things happening at this franchise. There's a long list, guys. I mean, the dysfunction has been going on for a long time now, and I feel sorry for the Commanders. Oh, you back in the days, Redskin and Commanders supporters. Because I'll start here. This is a list. I'm gonna just scroll to the list for you guys to see how long the list of dysfunction is. So 1999. I'm gonna keep scrolling. 2000, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2008. So 1 year they were quiet for a year, but then they go back 2008, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012, 13, 18, 19, 2022, 21. Oh, 2020 was kind of a hit year, I see here. 21, and then we are at 22 as well. I mean, I'm gonna start from the back and cover a couple of them, because this is Jesus, 22 is still going on. Whew. Look at this. 23. So the latest one was let me see, April 10, 2023, Washington, D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab announces his office reached a settlement with Snyder and the Commanders over the failure to refund security deposits to season ticket holders. The team will return $200,000 in deposits to the affected season ticket holders who live in D.C. and $425,000 fine to the city.
Sounds like
ESPN
sounds like a very disorganized. Sounds like a
That's
very
only
disorganized.
one. I'm gonna scroll to a couple.
Okay.
Yo, you won't even imagine the crazy stuff that it was happening. So another one here. 2000 this year. Minority owners have accused Snyder of fraud and misusing company funds after he took out $55 million loan in 2020 without telling them about it. Godell then allegedly refused to investigate the fraud and misuse of funds when the partners pointed them out in the arbitration petition. This questionable loan reportedly becomes central to the federal prosecutor's probe into the Commander's financials, and a grand jury has issued subpoenas for the Commander's financial records. And then I go to 22.
Do they say why Goodell didn't?
Do you think Goldell's gonna say why?
I'm just saying. I
We're
mean,
on the streets, guys. This is the
that's-
lower streets. This is the gutter. Where on the gutter is there were people saying allegedly that Snyder had dirt on a lot of people. He had a private investigator collect dirt on a lot of people. So word on the streets was he was if they would have pushed him out like they would do in the NBA, the sewage the sewage water would the pipe would burst on a lot of people. So it's not only the Commander fans who would have gotten some smelly water on them, also the other owners. So it's not nothing. I mean, another one. I'm gonna give you this one. Yo, it's hilarious but sad at the same time. In 2022, a fan who won a 14,000, almost 15,000 in a Commander's raffle tries to cash his check, but it bounces. Oh man, the Commander released a statement blaming a bank error and issue a new check. What are we talking about? Oh man. Just imagine, RJ, you think you're a fan of a respectable franchise that has some money. You win a raffle. Well, you're happy. You have the 50,000. Yes, my team is rewarding me for partaking into the raffle. You win it. And then you think I'm gonna cash in. You go to the bank. You show them. I got the check, baby. Check,
Fair-
baby. Check, baby. Check, baby.
for 14,000, for a little bit over $14,000
$40,000 is nothing.
from a $6 billion company.
Hey, RJ, that 40,000, they could have probably get it out of the players' whole year paying for the food and coffee. They could have allocated the money they get back from the players to that 15,000. Imagine that. Guys, there has been a lot of dysfunction in Washington for a very long time. I don't know if you guys remember, around 2020, there were a lot of claims of how do you call this? Last time I made a mistake by calling it S. By
Harassment,
yes, but
misconduct,
let's call it misconduct.
improper
Kind of
behavior.
Improper behavior against Snyder. There was
Yeah.
improper behavior by Snyder, and also, I mean, this is the improper behavior allegation have been going on since 2020. Here you have multiple employees detail new allegations against Commanders players executive on HBO Real Sports podcast. Among new information, a woman alleges that she witnessed Snyder grope one of her friends, and another woman, former cheerleader Tiffany Johnson, alleges Snyder strategically set himself next to her at a dinner so he could touch her leg. Later in the evening, Snyder allegedly tried to force her into a limo. What the heck is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's an accusation.
That's a wild accusation, though.
Well, it's a
That's a very wild. I mean, the touching stuff. But if you're accusing someone who trying to force you into a limo,
Yeah.
that's almost kidnapping, right?
yeah. Yeah. And what you need to watch out for in especially allegations like this, because it's different if you're talking about mismanagement of funds or things like that, because those are the things that can reasonably be checked. However, in this particular case, statements like these we saw in for example, the Michael Irvin versus Marriott and Jane Doe case, how much trouble Michael got into due to a seemingly fictitious claim from Jane Doe and Marriott. And the another problem with things like these types of misconducts is that usually they happen in private, or at least in a private setting. So not where there are cameras, not where there are other witnesses, and things like that. So yeah, I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm saying that he's guilty either. I'm saying
I'm
it's
saying
what I'm saying it's
I'm
a wild
saying the
statement, like you
following.
said.
I'm saying the following. 2021, but the other one was 2022. In 2021, the NFL announces the conclusion of its Commanders investigation. In a 2-page press release, the NFL says its investigation found that the Commanders operated with a toxic workplace for years, validating the numerous women who came forward to share their stories. Not saying the previous one was true, just
Yeah, I
in
understand.
general. Thought notably, though notably, no specifics are shared. Commanders are fined 10 million, and Snyder agrees to turn over day-to-day control of the team to his wife, Tanya. By announcing the end of the investigation and the punishment in one fell swoop, the NFL believes that the matter is closed. Goodell's decision to issue a press release instead of a full-blown report will come back to haunt him.
And then referring to the 2022.
Yeah, I mean, this is there has been dysfunction going on for a long time in this franchise. Like I
Well,
said before,
there's
we
a lot
hope-
of yeah.
What? No, continue. There's a
No,
lot of
there's. I mean, I'm not saying that what happened. Like I said, I'm not saying that what happened in 2022, or what has allegedly happened in 2022 actually happened. But I'm saying there's a lot of smoke, and if you compare the smoke with the sewer leakage, then
well, he was probably he's trying to turn
it's a cesspool. That team was a cesspool.
he was trying to pour water on the smoke. And the only water available was the sewage pipe. He was trying to save he was trying to save money while
was-
trying to
He was trying.
put out the fire.
He was trying to put. He was trying to use literal water to put out figurative smoke.
Oh man, this is crazy, yo, guys. Oh my god. Thank God. And I'm gonna go to a rant right now. Thank God. Thank God we have a good owner, or at least a decent owner at the New England Patriots. Because if this was my owner, I would have probably left the franchise for a long time ago. This can be true, man. Yeah, man, come on, man. How many times does a pipe has to burst? They were
In the business suite or the executive suite.
you pay him thousands and thousands, then you get showered. I hope it wasn't sewage water. Because someone would have regardless, someone got sued that day. But if it was sewage water, I would have cut. I think I got sewage water. Sewage water to my lung.
No wonder they need to build a new stadium.
Yo, imagine. Yeah, because I think that was one of the part of this deal that that the Washington had to have a new stadium in the deal, and they're looking into that right now. And yeah, so let's see how it goes, man. Let's hope the pipes will be stronger in the next stadium, and also the
Wow, dude.
franchise. Or maybe we should put that in the thumbnail. New management changing the pipe momentum. No one sewage water on fans.
If it's
Anyway.
yeah, I mean, if the construction plan says that if the construction plan for the new stadium mentions the words recycled pipes, you might need to look for another.
Degradable. Please, Magic, please review those. Please, Magic, I'm asking you a name of the Commander fans. I'm not even a Commander fan. Review those designs of the new stadium, because if you're seeing biodegradable somewhere in there, it's gonna end very badly. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this whole
Cesspool.
cesspool. and the
Bruh.
Rales, formerly
Wow, dude.
and the Commanders. They changed the name, but the game stayed the same. Oh man, you would think, hey, guys, you would think that if you change the franchise, you remarket the franchise, you would also put some money in the other stuff. You know, the structure, the business. Also put some money into it. They put the money in the franchise and changed the name, named it Commanders, and then they started getting more allegations of toxic. This is crazy.
They put too much.
rebranded-
They put too much money in the branding and too little money in the plumbing work.
or the shut up money, go
Yeah.
away money, the settlement money.
Alleged.
Settlement money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what got Trump in problems with but anyway,
That's
Yeah.
another show. That's another show.
That's another show. But anyway, so guys, let us know what you think about this deal. Will this end up good for the franchise? What do you expect the franchise to do in the upcoming few years, the few months? So guys, we had a
I'm already. My bad. Sorry, man, but I'm already imagining the thumbnail you're gonna make.
I don't make
This-
thumbnails. That's AI making thumbnails.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on the NFL side, we made a break room. We had a break room talk last week about Lamar Jackson. He wants to be traded from the Ravens. The question is now, last time we saw a change of ownership, it was Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos were bought by the Walt family from Walt Mart. And they bought a QB with that. Or they right after got themselves a star QB or a former star QB.
Ryder.
Well,
That's right.
they were riding into the wall, but the navigation wasn't right. Maybe the new coach can give him the right navigation system, but they got Russ. The question now is, because I mean, the Commanders have a coach that hasn't won. RJ, listen to this one.
Mhm.
And I like him as a coach, as a person. But Juan Rivera hasn't had a winning season since the year he went to the Super Bowl with Cam.
Wow.
From what I've heard, let me take a look real quick.
Wow, dude.
Uh, was it Juan Rivera? Let me see. Is his name? His name is Ronald, not one. Jesus. Riverboat Ron. Let's take a look at his history as a coach. Riverboat Ron. We'll take a quick look. His record. Okay, so he went. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this was the year he went to the Super Bowl. After that, losing season. Won one time, losing season. 8-8. You can always call this almost a losing season. This guy is notorious for being a loser. Allegedly. Oh, I don't know if it's allegedly, but don't take it the wrong way, guys. But he's not a winner, so you might have to change coaches as well.
He's not
And
that
we
guy.
don't have a QB.
Yeah.
If they get Lamar to Washington, because I think that could be a possibility, they might be the ones willing to pay that amount that Lamar wants, or at least a deal that's close to what he wants. Can Riverboat Ron give Lamar the team he needs to lead him to the Super Bowl after 20 years? No, I'm just kidding. After 10 years. Well, this is 2015, so that's 8 years.
8 years. Well, it'd be 9 because the season ends.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, but I do think that I wouldn't. I mean, it depends who will be, because Harris is the majority investor, I think. Magic Johnson is a minority investor, will be a minority owner, but it depends who you put in charge with regards to the strategic aspect of the team, of the franchise. So, and if you have Magic or someone like Magic, it's not going to be coaching or anything like that. But what Magic is known to do is he's known to put superstars in, at least acquire superstars. He was the one who flew to Cleveland. I believe this was during the Uncle Vitt period, or maybe just before that, to convince LeBron James to take his talents to Los Angeles Lakers, which LBJ ended up doing. So he's a very persuasive person, and it would not shock me if we hear rumors or reports that he flew or met with Lamar Jackson to discuss a potential signing. That would be very big for both Lamar Jackson and the Commanders. It would also be a good sign, like let's say a quick win for the new owners. However, you do need coaches. And Ron Rivera has not shown that he can be trusted, or at least that he is the best person for the job. Maybe he's the only one. Maybe he's been a coach so long there because he's the only one that put up with shit.
Who was willing to swim to the sewage to the main, to the field. Imagine if this time, oh man. Anyway, I think we've had enough sewage water jokes for today.
Yes.
RJ, guys, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments what you expect from the franchise. Whether they will make a move for Lamar, or will they make a move for another quarterback? Who is willing to step in the cesspool and lead them to asphalt? Or maybe to a hill. I don't know. Someone has to lead the team out of
Well, if you're telling
the
someone,
river.
if you're
Yo,
telling people,
Wait a second, Arjun. Give me a second. His name is Riverboat Ron, and there's only so much water there. But that's why he's there. Which explains everything.
well,
Continue.
if you're telling, I don't think the best message for the fans, the Commanders fans, should be, hey guys, we will lead you from sewage water to asphalt. That's, I think, to be honest,
The way the way you're saying it, oh man. Well, it's at least not water, is fault.
it's fault. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, guys. RJ, do you have a recap of this quagmire pass? Maybe yeah. Give the fans some hope. I mean,
Yes, yes. Well,
at least whatever you can give them. Don't give them. Don't give them. Don't give. I'm a shut up.
guys, thank you to each and every single one of you for staying, for tuning into this show up to this point. We had a very wild one for you guys today. We talked today about the news that broke past week that the current Commanders owner, or at least majority owner, uh, Dan, Dan, Dan Snyder, agreed to sell his team for $6 billion to the Harris Group, consisting of, amongst other, Magic Johnson, as well as a minority owner,
And Mitchell Rales.
Mitchell Rales. We talked about the fact that that Commanders fans should be excited about this move because, first and foremost, Dan Snyder will be gone. Secondly,
I think they
because
any move.
secondly, because the because the new ownership group is consists of people who seemingly knows business. They have a track record for conducting good business. They have a track record for conducting clean business as well.
You gotta clean up.
They need to clean up shop. We talked about the various fields
man.
that the team and the ownership group of the Commanders has they have suffered under the ownership of Dan Snyder. ranging from allegations of misconduct, alleged fraudulent activities, and not alleged, but verified
There was a leak. Someone leaked.
not information, but allegedly dirty water
Someone
on
leaked dirt.
fence and
Oh, man.
water on fans, not only fans that purchased the regular seats, but also there were leakages in, or at least one reported leakage in an executive or business suite of the team. The NFL owners, or at least word on the streets, to formulate it like that, is that the NFL owners weren't happy with Dan Snyder, but that maybe they feared to get rid of him due to the fact that he might have dirt on all the other, or at least a majority of the other business owners or franchise owners, I have to say, would be a better word. Well, we think that the Commanders is better off either way with the removal, or at least the departure of Snyder as the owner. And we think that they should be happy with the new ownership. They should be excited. One move that can change the team entirely can be, or at least could be, the acquisition of Lamar Jackson. As you guys know, Lamar Jackson will not play with the Baltimore Ravens anymore in the coming season. There's a
Trade request.
trade request, and the relationship between the Ravens and Jackson has gradually worsened throughout the years, leading to statements of Lamar Jackson saying that he feels that he is not valued at the team, or at least by the franchise. Who knows? That will be a great move. Something needs to be done for sure, because the Commanders have been struggling for a while. And let's see how quickly the new ownership group can turn this around. KR, that was my recap. Back to you.
Yes, thank you. I don't think it's really hard to turn anything around over here. I think if you just revise all the pipes in the street,
Start,
you already have. Start with the pipes. You're already ahead of the previous management.
start with hygiene and free coffee to the personnel.
Yes, let's start by giving back first. don't give sewage water. Give people normal water.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I think what.
Maybe the coffee they paid for wasn't coffee.
Oh man, it's the end of the show, guys. It's the end. RJ,
Guys, thanks to each and every single one of you for tuning in to today's pre-recorded live show, as well as the rebroadcast. This has been a wild one. But whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Share this video with your friends, your family, but never ever forget to share the video with
your enemies.
your enemies, guys. Distract your enemies with our videos. Remember what they say: keep your friends close, your enemies closer. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We have a goal. We want to reach 1,000 subs by the end of June of this year. We work very hard on this project. Both KR and I are very, very busy people. but we do make time to work on this show. We have some big plans for this channel and for everything that will follow. So if you want to be part of the Double Thinkers community from the start, remember to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. It's really important to us, and we would really appreciate it if you do so. Finally, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. That's at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. And as KaiR always says at the end of the show,
I can only show you the door.
Behind that door, there is a raincoat. If you're going to future commanders, make sure you have the raincoat with you. You never know what's your raincoat is like a bulletproof vest there. It will protect you at all times.
yeah,
Let's
from Messi.
hope the new management hears this and improves the piping.
Yes. The raincoat will protect you from messy situations. Guys, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section below. It's been a pleasure to entertain you once more. And we'll see each other in the next one. Until next, guys.
Three, two, one.
Yeah.